Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Football Martin channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. They got the deal done. Leo Senza is a saint. Deal done. I've been watching Alfie House. Huh? Sorry, I had a sound issue. Great news, though. I've been watching Alfie House and George's blog over on the Daily Echo. Become a subscriber this summer. Well worth every single penny, actually, because their blog today was really good. They were all over everything. And obviously, listening to BBC Radio Solent as well this afternoon. So, been great coverage from all the Saints outlets, have to say. We'll get you guys involved in the conversation as well. We will cover everything. But Leo Senza is a saint. I haven't watched the interview just yet. Many of you will have done so already, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to it. However, I'm delighted that he signed, and I'm sure you will be as well. He's highly promising. Born in Brazil, 26-year-old winger, recorded 17 goal contributions in 40 appearances for the Bundesliga club Heidenheim last season, and he has worked his way up in German football through their pyramid system, and he is highly rated. He's excited to come to England as well. He said this move to England and to this club as big as Southampton is such great fans is a huge opportunity for me and my career. I'm absolutely motivated and proud and looking forward to getting started here. He is going to be a good player, hopefully. Really, really excited by this one. It's been a busy day because there's so much that has happened. I thought there was going to be more go out the door. I think you probably all thought the same as me. There may be one or two more that do go out the door yet because there are windows across Europe still open because we obviously have the British window that's closed today. Scotland closes at 11 p.m. with the 2-hour extension as well. Belgium closes on the 8th of September. I don't know what time that's closing. ChatGPT didn't know the timing on it. The Netherlands, they say, likely closes today. I'm not sure if that's actually correct. However, Turkey, Greece both close on the 12th of September, and the Saudi Arabia League is on the 10th of September. And there was a lot of talk around Joe Aribo potentially going to Turkey, maybe Samadozi as well. They've got to the 12th of September. If they're going to go to Saudi, they've got to the 10th of September. So there's still time for deals to be done. Leo Senza is in. Going out, we do have a couple going out, don't we? Because this man, Will Smallbone, has departed. This one came from nowhere, Millwall, that is. We all thought that Will would depart. I don't think any of us thought it was going to be Millwall, though. He's gone there on a season-long loan, has Will Smallbone. His contract, though, does expire at the end of this season. I think it runs to 2026. I was reading earlier. He links up with his former Stoke manager, Alex Neil, who is the manager at Millwall. So a decent move for him. Hopefully get some game time. He won't be tuning into this channel. Probably doesn't even know about it. But all I want to say to him is best wishes. You've been a magnificent servant to our football club. A great, great human being. Great guy. He's been through a shed load since he's been here. And some of the flack he's taken from some of our fans is below the belt. It's been shocking, some of the stuff I've read about this guy. So much so he had to come off of social media at one stage. But I'll never forget the day we went to Birmingham City away and we sang his name at the end of the game, the fans beyond the goal that day, and they were absolutely tremendous that day. But he has taken a lot of hatred on social media, and do you know what? Hope that he doesn't go on social media. Just don't bother, mate, because it is an absolute toxic place in some areas. But there is confirmation. Will Smallbone has joined Millwall to the end of the season, but his contract does end at the end of the season. Wow, what else do we have to react to? So finally, just react to Smallbone. Obviously, he didn't fit into Steele's system. There's no doubt about that. I liked him as a player a lot. I thought he's made a great contribution last time around the Championship. My favourite ever Will Smallbone memory is the goal that he scores at St Mary's in the playoff semi-final. That magical night down at St Mary's, which was insane. I'll never forget it. And he scored that goal. It was absolutely brilliant. I remember going wild. Ended up on the deck somewhere. It was just brilliant. It was such a good night. And he was a brilliant servant to our football club. I still think that he could have been a good squad player this year, but obviously doesn't fit steel and the way he wants to go about football. But if we keep Aribo, which it looks like we probably will do, Joe Aribo hasn't gone anywhere. We do have a little bit of extra cover in midfield anyway, but I do wish him all the best. Top lad. I've met him a couple of times in person. I've always got to say, such a polite young man and such a nice lad to chat to as well. Right. What else do we have? James Bree on the right-hand side of your screen there. Done deal for James Bree. He has joined Charlton Athletic on loan. That was Charlie Taylor has joined West Bromwich Albion, hasn't he? There he is. Charlie Taylor joined West Bromwich Albion for the remainder of the season, and James Bree had joined Charlton Athletic. Breezy links up with Nathan Jones, who signed him for Southampton, didn't he? When was it he signed him? That January transfer window, one of the worst January transfer windows of all time. But I'd actually say that Breezy comes out of that window actually with one of the better signings. 27 years old now. He's joined till January, reunites with Nathan Jones, who signed for him in January 23 after that spell at Luton. He's got a contract with us to the end of the season, so he could come back and play some part, but it's pretty unlikely. But he's a top lad. I've got a lot of time for Breezy, and I think everybody within the Saints squad really liked him. And whenever you saw those videos behind the scenes, like the training clips and stuff, I always thought he just come across really, really well. Everyone loved him. I think he's a top lad. I'm pleased he's got a move and he gets some game time there. Actually, I think he do really, really well. So good luck to him. Charlie Taylor's loan is a longer loan, actually. He has completed a season-long move to West Bromwich Albion, and he only played, I was just trying to find it out a minute ago, I think he only made 12 appearances for Saints. He went on to say it's a big opportunity for him. He wants to play football, and there is an opportunity to play football. But, yeah, good luck to Charlie Taylor. Not really impressed me during his time at Saints, to be honest. He come on at the weekend, didn't he? Up at Watford, but didn't really do a great deal. So they're the outgoings. There are a couple of other bits and bobs today that we should touch upon, really, because we also have some other exits. I think Nico Lawrence has had his contract terminated. I read by Alfie and George on their Echo earlier on. They were saying he's had his contract terminated. I also think Brooke Myers did. Cameron Frederick, I don't know him. I don't know a great deal about him, but they've all had contracts terminated, apparently. Also, the other one was Dominic Ballard. He has left. He has left Southampton. He's gone. Good luck to him, because he's another great lad as well, isn't he? Leyton Orient he's signed for. That's a permanent deal, not a loan deal. It's actually a permanent deal for Dom Ballard. It's been rumoured all transfer window that he was going to leave Southampton. So best wishes to Dom Ballard. Best wishes Charlie Taylor, James Bree, and Will Smallbone. Hope that they go on and have really good seasons at their clubs. And no doubt, like for me, I will watch all of them. I'll keep an eye on Smallbone, Breezy, because they're like, they've been with us, and you hope they go on and do well, don't you? I certainly hope Will goes on and do well. He's come for our academy, so I hope he does brilliant. Right, time to get you guys involved in the chat, because that's what this show's all about. It's about getting you guys involved. Since I last looked, there's oh my word, there's like 111 different comments in the chat. So I'll work my way back to the top, and I'll try and work through them as best as I can. I'm not going to read them all out because there's just so many of them. Stay tuned to the channel, by the way. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, make sure you do get subscribed to the channel, because I do have a very special show coming up next week. We've got the build up to the South Coast Derby. Jason Dodd, the ex-Southampton captain, he scored against Portsmouth in the Derby, is joining me on the show, and he's going to talk to me all about the Derby, what it was like, and what it's like for a player, and the dressing room, the build-up, everything. So it's going to be a week on Wednesday, I believe. We just need to tie that down with him, but that is the plan anyway. So the good news is Jason Dodd is going to be joining us on the channel. Right, let's get some of your comments up on the screen now. Talking about his interview. Just watched his interview. Seems the right character to get into. Spores has worked wonders in this window. I think He's done okay, yeah. I think it remains to be seen, doesn't it? I'm not going to reserve judgment for 10 games or even till, like, I think as a whole, I was chatting to someone today, a journalist, and he almost said, like, you've got to give it like 10 games. But in terms of the window, you almost got to wait till we get to Christmas and then you can start to reflect upon those signings. We've brought a lot in from the German that have played in the German leagues. So I think that remains whether it's going to work. It's not like we've gone and got players from all over, all different leagues. A lot of players have come from Germany. Be interested to see if that actually works. But I think he has done some good business. There's like no doubt about that. So yeah, I think all in all, I think we're excited to see the players in action, which is absolutely true. Good transfer window. Excited to see the players in action. Rob, thank you for joining. Shout out to Josh Starks during this window. I'm not sure who Josh Starks is, but Josh Starks in the window. I think he's a big Saints fan, maybe. I'm not so sure. What else do we have here? Great work, Martin. Can't believe 2% voted it was a bad window. Yeah, I think it's been a decent window. I'm going to do a ranking video on all our signings later on this week. I still would have loved to have seen a striker. I listened to Joe Tessam earlier on BBC Radio Solent, and he said the same. He just really wanted to see a striker, but I think in the grand scheme of things, we were never going to be able to spend 20 million to get Josh Sargent in. And I think it would have took 25 million to get Josh Sargent into Saints. Look, he's been brilliant. He scored 6 in 5 goals to kick off the season. So he's had a phenomenal start. We will find out some more about Leo Senza and what sort of player he is in the coming days, no doubt, because there will be people doing their research on him, and I certainly will do. Christopher says that Archer will be the main man, Azaz, and our new man. It's going to be, yeah, I think the wingers will make a difference. No doubt about it. I do think the wingers will make a big difference. I think Archer has a big part to play. Smallbone is going to go for nothing. Yeah, of course he will, because his contract ends now. So, yeah, he's basically going to leave as a free agent. So, a bit gutted for that one. But he is a solid professional, like Adam said, and always gave his all. He did, yeah. He was one of the biggest scapegoats. Who will be the next scapegoat? That's a good question. Who is the next one? Who will it be? I'm going to go with Bazunu. I think Bazunu will be. So, yeah, nice words, he said, about Smallbone. West Bromwich Albion goal was special. What a night that was. We need a similar atmosphere, don't we, for the derby in a couple of weeks' time as well. I did bring the yellow shirt tonight. No one's mentioned the yellow shirt. They kept saying you need to wear a yellow shirt, but I dug out a Saints shirt, and it just reminds me of Ricky Lambert. I absolutely love it. Good one from Steve. Steve, thanks for joining the live this evening. Do you think Will still will be happy with the window at all? I think he will be, yeah. I do think he will be happy if he's got everything that he required. It'd be a good question to ask him in a press conference. I never know. I might get that opportunity at some stage. James is in. Even though don't get why Smallbone got so much hate when he was a good player for us. We'll do a good job for Millwall. We've made some really good additions. So have our neighbours. Yeah, Portsmouth have. I actually put a story out actually on my feed today because I saw they were looking at Chaplin. I don't know, did the Chaplin deal happen? Someone maybe get involved in the comments below and tell me the Chaplin deal happened. I don't know if it has happened, but I thought it was quite a big deal because somebody that play against us in the derby, somebody that knows where the back of the net is as well. So I think it'll be an interesting one. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. There's nearly 400 of you here watching. So please do make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate that. Isaac, thank you very much for your kind words there. I just saw your comments pop up. Thanks for the content from the mate, that's really nice. And it's nice to hear your kind comments because not everybody's kind. Some people can be fucking nasty and really, really... like I had just for an instance, I put a story out today on my feed of all the different deadline day deals that are happening. And I did mention a Pompey player. And some bloke wrote to me, how dare you write about Portsmouth, and then basically come out with the usual one, you eat babies. What an absolute sad child some of these people are. Like, some people are just so rude, but like I've tried to cover the window with as much dignity and as much quality as I can and put together some really, really nice productions, and that's what I've tried to do. Right, what else do we have? target man in January? Do we get close in January and then go and get that Billy Sharp type signing once again, That would be quite incredible, wouldn't it? You just never know, dear, what could happen in January. We don't know how Ross Stewart's going to, how's Ross Stewart going to do between now and then? What else do we have here? What will happen to Wee Man? I think he'll still play. I still think he'll play a big part in the team. I think people are fit around him. Well, I think Wee Man knows Will knows Wee Man, and Wee Man knows Will. I just think that he's been brilliant. He can't be dropped. And for me, in the Derby game, without question, 100%, he's the first man on the team sheet. I think he still play a huge, huge part. Chaplin did make the loan switch. It's a good move for them. Absolutely massive move for them. He will help go a long way to keeping them up. That's for sure. Hopefully they will be, my friend. That is the plan. Hopefully they do go quiet. I would like to see a number 2 come in to really push Gav. That's what I would have loved to have seen. We haven't got that. So, yeah, that's a bit gutting for me. That's my thoughts on that. Loads of live streams still to come here on the channel. The transfer window's shut, but obviously there'll be watch along lives. There's loads of midweek games, loads of live shows after games moving forward. So all you need to do is just stay tuned to the channel and my platforms, and I will always pump it out and let you know when I'm going to be live. Just put it all across my social media platforms. I think this channel is great, really good content. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I'm trying my very, very best. Trying my best to keep it. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. A lot of time, a lot of effort, as Annika knows. There is a lot of time and a lot of effort does go into doing this. Our Big Daddy is in, absolute legend of the Saints family. Living it up with the content and set up, Martin. Big up. Still, I think we shouldn't have let Diaz go. Oh, my man, you're absolute legend. Ben Brereton, Diaz leaving for Derby County yesterday. I did think this yesterday, actually, Logan. He's already, they're already calling for Macca already. I know, it's quite incredible, isn't it? What else do we have in the chat? Going to go through and read a few more. I remember Orsic very, very well. Remember that deadline day signing. It was deadline day, wasn't he? I think it was deadline day. What is your worst ever deadline day signing in recent years? Get involved in the comments box below, because I want to know yours right here and right now. I'm going to give you mine very shortly, but I am going to go with the worst in recent years has to be, I think, Maxwell Cornet. That's got to be one of the worst ever, surely. Can you beat it? But Jeffrey Bennett, absolute legend of the Isle of Wight, is in the chat. Where is he? I've highlighted the wrong comment because there's so many coming in. Yes, thank you, mate. I really, really appreciate it. I see you walking around with that Saints shirt on a lot, mate. So keep on wearing it. Up the Saints, and we will hopefully get that result in the derby. Great show, Martin. Has always been watching you for ages now and love what you're doing. Keep it up. Yeah, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. I think he will end up getting a Premier League move, Tracy. Why does everyone think we could have got Sargent? He's already scoring, and a move to the English Premier League will be the only move. He's not a lock to start the US at the World Cup. Needs to score goals. Yeah, absolutely. See, Brentford, we're talking about like bidding for him today. I did see that. Yeah, hopefully he does. Against his ex-club. He needs to have a good game. He does need to have a good game. Right, we're going with deadline day signings. Carrillo, or however you pronounce it. It was terrible, wasn't he? What a terrible, terrible, terrible signing. Thank you, mate. You've been watching me for 3 years. I love it. Thanks, mate. Started on TikTok, didn't it? It was all on TikTok. And then I've slowly but surely brought it here to make long-form content, which is what I wanted to inevitably do, and make a Southampton fan channel that covered all the news, all the reactions, all the games, and hopefully going forward, interviews with ex-pros and interviews with the current match squad and manager. That is the plan, and people with inside the club. Delgado, not sure. Was he a deadline day signing? I can't remember on Delgado, but definitely Carrillo, however you pronounce it. He was just terrible, wasn't he, Mike? Absolutely dreadful. Grombeck, last year, that's a shocker as well, James Archer. It's a good one. That was a deadline day signing. It was, he hardly played, did he? Played all right against Ipswich and we never saw him again. Looked very lightweight and got beat off the ball a little bit. But yeah, a terrible signing, absolutely. Gaston Ramirez, interesting player, wasn't the greatest, was he? Paid about 10 million. It wasn't at the time like a club record transfer fee when we brought him in, or maybe 12 million quid, something like that when we brought him in. There was so much hype around him when he landed on English shores, and he was absolutely terrible. A lot of people saying Orsic as the worst Southampton deadline day signing. Osvaldo, he did make an appearance, I believe, in the Saints video today. I did watch the video of the player announcement. Absolutely tremendous, by the way, that those videos the club have done. Massive thumbs up to the club. I know they tune in and watch the odd video now and then, but the admin boys do, and girls. Thumbs up to you, to you all. It's been absolutely brilliant. He did make an appearance in there. He had a guitar today. I thought it was bloody so funny, so funny. They've been brilliant, those videos. Absolutely love them. Yeah, Classy, I thought was always quite a good midfielder. Not one of the worst signings that we've ever had. Guys, I'm heading towards 6,000 subs on the channel. If you can help me get there by just sharing this content, this channel, with a friend that may enjoy a bit of Saints fan content, please do share it. Saints news galore coming day in, day out here on the channel. So yeah, please do pass it on. Do share it with a friend. Would mean a lot. Armal Bella Kopshap, he's gone, hasn't he? He's out on loan. I will do a video and cover everything that's happened in the window, and I will give it like a, I like doing the ranking videos, how I think the window's gone, but we will do player by player. Fellows on the right, Wee Man on the left to start the derby. Azaz in behind Archer and Stewart. Yeah, he could bring Senza on. Yeah, exactly. You've got Robertson. Robertson has become more of a squad player, in my opinion now. I don't see him being a dead starter in all the games going forward. I don't see that being the way forward for him. I just think he'd be used a bit. I thought it was a stretch too far trying to play him in central midfield the weekend. Talking about transfer window, going back to all the stories today, obviously just recapping on everything that has happened, because Leo Senza is now a Saint. It's official. Saints have completed the signing of FC Heidenheim's winger Leo Senza. It's a 4-year deal. I don't know what the fee is, but they were talking around 10 million euros for him. Players that didn't exit, we should cover that because we haven't done so. Sam Adozi's still in the building. Joe Aribo still here as well. Will those two end up going to one of those European leagues? I will be interested to see what he does, Will Still, now that those two haven't gone, and Adozi's been nowhere near the match day squad, has he? He has just been like nowhere near. The same for Aribo. We've not seen anything from Joe Aribo since pre-season. I felt he could have done a job for us at the weekend, certainly in that midfield when we needed to control the game. He would have been a brilliant player to bring on. I still don't think he's ever really let the club down when he's played. Look, he's not always been the best, and he's had bad performances like footballers do. He isn't like a top player, but he is he's a player that you can rely on. So Alfie and the Echo have just done a little graphic, which is quite nice actually, with the Saints squad on it. I should read out all the players from it. I'm not going to show it on the screen because I haven't got time to copy and paste it. I wouldn't do that anyway because it's their content. But they have done the squad for the 25-26 season. 4 goalkeepers: Bazunu, McCarthy, George Long, Declan Moody. George Long is probably the worst out of all the signings for me. Defenders: Newin, Mads Rodsliff. We've got Elias Gillett, who signed yesterday. He's versatile, can play both sides. Jack Stevens, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Nathan Wood, Joshua Quasi, Ronnie Edwards, Ryan Manning, and Wellington, who's injured. It was worth noting that QPR did bid for Ronnie Edwards. They were close. They wanted to take him on loan, but Saints wanted a fee for him. They were only willing to sell him. There was talk today of around 8 million, but anyway, it didn't happen. Not unless it was a late deal and we don't know about it. Then midfielders: Flynn Downs, Shay Charles, Casper Yander, Matsuki, although it's been pronounced different by different people. Moses Sese, Finn Azaz, Tom Fellows, Ryan Fraser, Sam Adozi still obviously at the club, and Joe Aribo. Forwards, Cameron Archer, Ross Stewart, Damien Downs, Adam Armstrong, Jay Robinson, and Leo Senza. Makes up our squad. Give us all your reaction and all your thoughts to that. Is there anywhere that we are weak? Is there anywhere that we didn't improve that you thought we should have done? For me, a ball winning midfielder was probably the one thing we maybe miss. Though we do have a lot of midfielders, I just think that ball winning midfielder, like that player that's going to break the play up. If Flynn Downs and Shay Charles got ill or injured, you're expecting quite a bit off of Moses Sese, that's for sure. But there is also Yanda, who I don't know loads about. There's no doubt that there'd be a behind closed doors friendly behind the in the international break. Behind closed doors friendly will happen. Set piece coaches. Alex Chessel's in the live. He said, "Hi Martin, great show, love it. Best wishes. We had best window we've had under Sport Republic. Actually, good squad depth now. Excited for the season. Even with Dibbs and Matty going, think we're stronger. They spent the money well. That's the thing, Alex. I think they spent the money well. What they spent, they've done good business, and it is what they've done is solid really. Finn Azaz is the one that massively excites me. Shay Charles, Flynn Downs are ball winners. They just got to be told to do that, and I think we will be in a back four, and that's hopefully, Chris, you speak a lot of sense when you comment on the chat, mate. Absolutely superb. We'll get those two holding, because that's what he'd do. He'd go to a 4-2-3-1. That's what he'd probably go to still. That's what I think he'd do. But he will need those two just to sit and do their job, and then that will allow the front 3-4 to do their business, so that's how I see it going. Jimmy Cheese is in the live. Happy birthday, mate. Yes, I just realized a minute ago I didn't wish you happy birthday for yesterday. So Jimmy Cheese, massive happy birthday to you. There he is on the channel. Are we forgetting Maitland-Niles on deadline day? That's a really good shout, my friend. Really, really good shout. Absolutely shocking. I actually hated him as a player as well. Yeah, Jimmy Cheese, absolute legend. Go give him a follow as well as a Saints fan. Creates match day vlogs and content, gets around the ground, slightly different to what I do. Just a really nice way that he films, and actually the way that his production quality is really, really nice as well. So, yeah, absolutely tremendous stuff. Mark, thank you for joining the live, mate, and thank you for your kind comments. Ben saying Sese could do a job. Let's hope so. I think he could 100% do a job. I really do. I think he'd be good. Matthew said about Romeo. This didn't happen. Still a free agent. Could still be done though, couldn't it? Can we still sign players that are free agents? Not sure. I think you probably can. I need to look at the rule book on that. But someone with more expertise than me will know that. I'm just a fan reacting to everything. Coletta Carr wasn't great. He was a shocking signing as well, wasn't he? Somebody else said love to get Aribo playing again. 6.5 million, Martin, for Senza. That's good deal if that's what they've done. They spent money really, really wisely. Robinson will develop. There's no doubt about that. I totally agree on that. Yeah, he will absolutely develop. The window is closed. It's over for the summer. Thank God for that. I'm just glad the window's closed. I'm happy it's over. We can settle down. The only painful thing is that we don't keep that momentum going and be able to settle them in really quickly after the weekend's game. Obviously, there's no game this weekend. They'll do something behind closed doors, no doubt about that. And then the good news is that it's the derby on the other side of it. Everyone's going to be bang up for it. Don't expect wholesale changes in that game, though. He will keep the core together that's been playing in here, just maybe introduce Fellows. I think Fellows will probably play. Will Senza come in for his debut in a derby? It's unlikely, isn't it? When you get a derby, it's hard to be given players debuts in a derby, and I think we all need to, bear that in mind. We've got these exciting signings, but playing in a derby is a big thing. Yeah, that's a good shout, by the way. Smash a like if you're watching. 409 of you in the live, which is an absolute record here for a transfer show or a live stream. Love controversial Chris. Yes, he is an absolute legend. Jumps on Jimmy Cheese's channel as well. He's on mine a lot as well. Absolutely brilliant. top guy. We will do a show in the build up to the derby because he's off to Tenerife and he's going to miss the derby, and he's absolutely gutted to be missing it. He pre-booked it a long time ago. So, yeah, gutted that controversial Chris won't be at the derby, but I will be there and I will be covering it in epic detail. The build-up starts on Monday next week. We will have a Pompey fan on the channel and we will debate it all with a Pompey fan or two, but definitely got one Pompey fan joining me. We've got Jason Dodd joining us next week, and maybe, just maybe, one other ex-pro joining us on the channel, but I will confirm that later on next week. But Jason Dodd has confirmed. So build up to the derby will be good. We'll be doing the pre-match show as well. So yeah, really excited. And the Jason Dodd will be live. We will do it live so you can come and have your say and ask him a question. So that will be really good. What happened to Josh Brownhill, by the way? Where did he go? I'll see that in the comments below, but I don't know where he went. I'll be interested to see what happens. Fellows and Azaz should definitely start the derby. They already know how the championship is. Yeah, I think so. I think the likes of Senza, and he won't play. I don't think he starts. Not sure about Yanda, the midfielder. Don't see him starting, but oh yeah, what a great shout. Egger Austin's dad, loved him as a saint. I remember him scoring the only goal at Anfield when we lost 7-1. Legend. He was a top guy. Top guy. He was brilliant, wasn't he? One of my favourite Saints players back in the late 90s. Had you right? Yeah, he's a good player. I think he'd do it. He's scoring goals already at Cov. Cov looked really good. So, yeah, I think he's definitely not going to go anywhere. But I get your point. It would have been a good signing. Fonte and Romeo are the sort of players you need in a derby. Yeah, definitely. I remember Fonte wearing this Saints shirt very well. Killer Svensson. Oh, what a player Killer Svensson was. I met him outside St Mary's a little while ago. I think it was back in the last season. Really lovely guy. Uwe Rosler. He came to the end of his career when he played for us. He ended up playing out on the left-hand side for a long period of time. But he was a striker. But yeah, I'd agree with that, Neil. Get Franny Benali in the dressing room before the game. Yeah, I think that's what you got to do, though. It's like Matt and Franny, those ex-players that know what it takes to win derbies. I think that is an important thing. And, like, knowing what it means to us as fans, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think as players sometimes they know how much it means to, like, the fans in the stands, the fans on the terraces. Flynn Downs is guaranteed red card in the derby, isn't it? I can see it right now. Yeah, I totally get that. I am 100% with you. If I could put a bet on it, I absolutely probably will go and do that. Yeah, I do. I'm with you on that. Yeah, Matt Letizia, you get him in the dressing room pre-derby, wouldn't you? Because they all know what it's like. As a club like Jason Dodd, he's going to come on and tell us all about it, what it's like. He scored in it. It's such a big game. And for any of you that want to get in the mood for the derby in the next week or so, just jump on YouTube like you're on now. Go on YouTube and find, I think it's Copper 90 Derby Days. The South Coast Derby is on there, Copper 90 Derby Days. It is an immense documentary, and it will literally give you the goosebumps, and it will get you so ready for the derby like never before. I'm going to create a video around the derby and get as up close as I possibly can to it. I'm really looking forward to it, and I want as many of you to come on the channel down at St Mary's pre-match to give me how you're feeling and get a vibe from the fan base, because I think it will be really good. Lots of people saying, I have seen that documentary, it's so good. That's a great documentary. It is absolutely brilliant. And lots of people in here saying best window in a long time. Yeah, hopefully they all bed in and we can get up and running between this international break when it ends and the next one, because there's another one. You get four games, is it? Four more games, I think it is, league games. Plus the cup games, there's 5 games as it stands. Thank you, Sassy Sate. Really appreciate that. Yeah, just like away. Subscribe if you haven't done so. That's the big thing. 6,000 is the aim. I want to get 10 before the year's out. We're heading quickly towards 6,000, but doing the transfer shows has obviously been seen me live a lot, so it's seen my content in front of a lot more people. Phil Osgood is in. Absolute superstar. Phil, Thank you very much, my friend. Really, really appreciate you watching and tuning in. The amount of people that come up to me the weekend say they sit and watch this late in the evenings is absolutely amazing. And we will do these live shows after the midweek games. The games that I can't travel to, I will do these shows and we will do them live and we will get in amongst it and you guys can get and react because it is such a great way to interact with you, the Saints fan base and the community. Another one here. Natalie, seems like the best window we've had in years, without doubt. A lot of Deadwood out and decent champ players in. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. It's been brilliant, hasn't it, for bringing in some experience for once. So, lovely shirt. Yeah, it's a cracker, isn't it? I haven't worn it for a very long time. I've got the red with the pinstripe one as well, which is beautiful. But I'm wearing it for deadline day, which I absolutely love. Yes, absolutely, Adam. Share it with a friend, as we say. Let's try and get to 6,000 subs because that would be amazing. If the Red Jet didn't cost a mortgage, I'd go over so much more. It is expensive, but there's sometimes deals around and there's coupons. I will share them with you. Drop me a DM. They do a thing called the Big Red Book some weekends, and you can get deals on them. I don't know if that's for island residents only, but it works out about £12.50 for a day crossing as a foot passenger. What else do we have here? Dave is in the live. Not seen Dave before. Feel like Sports Republic are learning like everyone else. Really positive about Steele. I don't think he's played the formation he wants, but he has adapted to what he's had. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. Hopefully, you never know. The club have promised me the opportunity to talk to him before the derby. It could happen. It might not. But if I do get the opportunity, I will talk to him about the system and where he wants to go with it and whether he is going to go down the route of a back four. But we would definitely get to ask him some questions. And when I do so, if you're a patron or a YouTube member, I will pull it out if I do get the opportunity. And I will take some of your best questions with me in any interview or any chat I do with anybody, because I do want it to be about you guys as well. Yeah. Some great stuff in the chat as well. Transfer window's given us a boost. Yeah, I think it hopefully will do. Hopefully it will do. I think it's been better than I expected it was going to be in terms of what we brought in. I thought it was just going to be all young players and not anybody with any championship experiences is what we really wanted and what I felt we really needed. I think we all wanted players that knew the championship. So, yeah. Yes, good point. Don't worry about Flynn getting sent off. It will be Stevens, LOL. Yeah, it'll be one of them. Somebody will get sent off in the derby, won't they? It's guaranteed, isn't it, that one of them walks in the derby. Hayley Stone, thank you very much. Love the content. Fellow Isle of Wight Saints fans. I am based on the Isle of Wight. The same as Hayley. We love the Saints. And I travel. No matter what, I will go and watch. I loved it the weekend. I loved an away day the weekend. I really, really did. Enjoyed getting off the island. It was absolutely tremendous. Glad we've had a clear out. There's more to do though, Sam Brown. There is more to do, my friend. I still think with the windows open, because I was saying at the top of the show, there are still windows open across Europe because England has closed. Scotland closes at 11 p.m., which is in 15 minutes. They get the usual 2-hour extension to get those deals done. Belgium closes on the 8th of September. Greece and Turkey both close on the 12th of September. This is according to ChatGTP. And the Saudi Arabian League closes on the 10th of September. So there are still outs for players if they really, really wanted them. Yeah, I'm sure that there will be some fun there. That's for sure. Do you know what? Blackgate China. I've not been there for many years. But yes, I know. You love it. Most of it's in the sea. It's gone. Most of it is gone. Reese is in. Reese, I know you, Reese. How you doing, mate? I'm a Shirley boy, but live in Cowes. I'm an Island Saint too. There's a few of us Island Saints tuning in to the channel this evening. Really, really appreciate you all being in the live this evening. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of brings me to the end, to be quite honest. It's been emotional. I've loved doing this. I hope you've enjoyed it. And there'll be plenty more Saints content coming on the channel, so don't you worry about that. Yes, we've been doing loads of live transfer shows, but there will be loads of other content. The games come thick and fast now. Like I said, we've got some guests coming in as well. Mark, happy birthday, my friend. He's an Isle of Wighter as well. Mark is an absolute lovely guy. So thanks very much. Charlie is a big supporter of the channel and a very good friend as well. So stay tuned to the Football Martin channel for all things Southampton Football Club. So much coming your way between now and Christmas, and we will be covering the window once again in January as well. So there'll be loads. Fish and chips on the Isle of Wight. I've not had fish and chips for a while, but yeah, there are some good chip shops. But guys, I really, really, really appreciate your support and all the new subscribers, all the comments, and getting 400 people in a live is insane. Good night, everybody, and take care.